All right, what's up, everybody? It's Tuesday night, April 16th. I'm going to start this off with a 4-minute Connect explainer. So if you're brand new and maybe somebody invited you here, because sometimes that happens, before normally you're supposed to get this video sent to you. So I like to play this at the beginning, and tonight I'm going to record it and then start ours. But we have a special guest tonight. My buddy Demetrius and I's sponsor, Billy Womack. He was out in Hawaii, but now he's back home. So he's been rubbing elbows and shoulders with all the board members, the top people that have achieved the different promos to come out there, and every CEO of every brand. So I'm sure he's going to have some updates and fill us in on kind of what's going on. So let's get started.
If you're looking for a new income earning opportunity, there are plenty out there. But whether it's selling supplements, skincare, or scented oils, don't they all pretty much feel the same? Connect is fundamentally different. When you join Connect, you'll finally have something totally unique to share. Connect is a marketplace of blockchain products you can promote that are truly making the world a better place. Created to solve massive problems that have real impact on the world. As a Connect affiliate, you'll be sharing blockchain products from each of the following companies. Element United has a mission of saving the planet from environmentally destructive mining practices. These devastating operations are going on every single day in jungles, grasslands, and rainforests throughout the world. But already, mine owners are choosing to accept Element digital rewards instead of destroying their lands to dig up the gold. Element United is also using blockchain technology to track the planting of trees and other activities to create carbon credits that are verified and exchanged using the Element blockchain. Galvin is laser focused on using blockchain-based products and services to improve the world of health and wellness. The Galvin blockchain rewards people for taking ownership of their health. Galvin uses an app to track, then reward healthy behavior, including exercise and mental health checkups. It motivates users to engage in proven activities that improve your mind, body, and soul. As more and more people embrace digital rewards, it becomes even more important to make exchanging and spending these rewards simple. Switch Reward Card is a company that was created to do just that. Using an international debit card, members can easily convert those rewards into cash and instantly spend it using their Switch card at more than 55 million merchants around the world. This also gives individuals and businesses a way to do more with cryptocurrencies, with a trade platform that allows you to move cash to crypto and crypto to cash, as well as store, send, switch, and spend with the Switch Reward Card. This opens the door to millions in third world countries who simply don't have access to traditional banking. It also gives options to people who have little confidence in government-backed banks. Grow United is one of the newer companies that's part of the Connect community, tackling the problems created by the fact that almost all of the foods we eat are controlled by just 10 major corporations. Most of us have absolutely no idea where our food comes from, where it was raised, what it was fed, what soil it was grown in, or what was sprayed on it. Grow United is solving this problem by using blockchain-based products and services to create total transparency, traceability, and trust in the foods we eat. They are working on an app that will allow anyone to scan a QR code on their food labels that will give you total transparency into every detail of the origin of your food. They're also working on building a marketplace for carbon credits. The Give blockchain has one purpose: to help charities help more people. Give community members have already donated over $1 million, money that has provided sources of clean drinking water for tens of thousands of people in third world countries. They've also made sizable donations to save thousands of children from the dark world of sex trafficking. They've provided supplies to help hundreds of families start a small business and become self-reliant, and have championed many other worthy causes. These are just a few of the incredible projects you'll be sharing inside Connect. But perhaps even more exciting is the fact that new projects are constantly being reviewed and added to Connect for you to share. using simple share links that will track referrals right back to you, a library stocked full of promotional and educational videos, and all the community support that you could ever wish for. You'll also learn about the Win blockchain, an amazing tool that tracks and accelerates your rewards when you share these projects. So don't miss out. Become one of the early members of Connect and earn significant, generous rewards. Get with the person who sent this video to you right now to get a link to create a free Connect account today and discover how the Win blockchain could change your life forever.
All right, what's going on? So that was recorded. I hope that helps you guys kind of learn a little bit about what our company is about. And I want to kind of I want to bring Billy on really quick, but first foremost, I got started about 30 days ago, 35 days ago, and my buddy Demetrius called me and said, you got to check this out. And I was like, all right, what do you got? So I looked over that video and was like, this is already different. And then he shared a little bit more about the legal team. I was really impressed with that. Then he shared more and more about Billy Womack. So Billy's been in this industry for more than 26 years. He's done he's generated more than $50 million in annual sales. He's currently working with 20 different businesses to basically bring them on and help them reach over $1 billion in sales. He's considered one of the leading top blockchain software node, distributor in the world. So we have the pleasure to have him here, and he is also one of the first, if not the first, I believe, to hit the rank of pioneer inside of Connect United. So to have him here and to be able to use him as a resource for us to gain knowledge in this, because this is different than what a lot of people have done. It's different from anything I've done. I've watched the YouTube channel is incredible, the Instagram, the Discord, the Vimeo, the share button in the back office, watched all those different videos, just getting an understanding of each different project, because each one of them is its own machine. It's kind of cool, and you never know which one of these is going to do what you kind of want it to do, so having the ability to diversify in many different brands is phenomenal. So congratulations, Billy. Sally made this. I can't take credit. She does a great job with the graphics. She's teaching people how to do this, teaching people how to set up their own pages and everything. So I'm going to find you on here, make you co-host. I have some kind of unstable internet. I'm in the hallway, but I'll make sure I make a couple co-hosts. So if I do get kicked, Sally, record this to the cloud immediately, just so we have this replay. So Billy, thanks for probably getting 4 hours of sleep, maybe, while you were on the plane, and then jumping on with us here and kind of just giving us an update of how was it in Hawaii? What's some good info? And guys, I want you to hear his story. It is phenomenal what he's accomplished without even sharing this with other people. Most of us have only been successful in crypto or Forex or different things because we built teams around it. Unless you're a seasoned trader, what you're doing, and you don't even have to do that. But here people are doing phenomenal things without sharing, but here we are. So Billy, what's going on, man?
Hey, how are you, and how is everyone else doing this evening? Let me try to figure out how to get back to the Zoom here. I was looking at something. All right, here we are. Oh, let me shut these blinds real quick, guys. Beautiful Vegas here, which I live in. The sun's going down and it's going to blind me and you both out. So let me just do that. Love electric blinds.
No, you're good.
There we go. So, well, as Brian said, first of all, thank you for the graphics and thank you for the warm introduction. I haven't been in crypto for 26 years. I've been an entrepreneur for 26 years plus, but not in crypto. Obviously, crypto hasn't been around that long. Just a little tweak there for you. I'm sure that's what you probably meant. But I have been in this industry for years full time. It is my livelihood. It's the one all be all for me. There's no other thing that I do other than this. I love it. I love it. I started making Bitcoin, as most of you guys know, at around $200 with this wonderful machine right here. It's an S5 miner right here. And then did that for a couple years, did extremely well. And then we got fortunate enough to meet the individual and the true pioneer to what we're doing to build out all these blockchains. And like Brian said, we just got back from beautiful Hawaii. And I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to show you guys a quick overview or a quick video recap of Hawaii. We're going to dive into some really cool things. So let me just do it like this. I am not a Brian, so I am terrible at stuff like this, but let's see if I can capture this. Right here's a quick little video that our team put together. Let me pause this real quick. So the house that you guys are going to see is Carlos Santana's house that he sold that we picked up. When I say we, not me at all. The gentleman that created all these blockchains, he's been going to Hawaii since he was a little kid. They have a lot of memories there. He's now purchased many homes literally next door to each other, all on the same street, one of which was Carlos Santana's house that he used to come play with and do a lot of really cool stuff at his house in Hawaii. So he's purchased this. So this is where we did our mastermind retreat. Here's my little shirt. Really just kind of really cool stuff. You're going to see all of our brand CEOs. You know, a lot of people say, is this real? Is this a rug pull? No, it's not a rug pull. We've been doing this for 8 years. We have over $1 billion. And really some of the cool stuff that's about to start happening. You guys are gonna get a chance to do fly-ins to Utah. We had a lot. It was more of a mastermind. This week started at we started everything at 6 a.m. and ended around 10 or 11 each night. So I'm not sure if it was a vacation. It was a lot of masterminding. There's a lot of networking. It was a lot of getting to see all of our friends and family. I consider these guys family because I've spent 8 years of my life with them. I spend more time with this group than I do with my real brothers and sisters, if you will, or don't have any sisters, but brothers anyway. And so I want to kind of shoot this video, or start this video off, let you guys kind of see. This is Lemonade. This is our for-profit that works with all of our nonprofits. But
And
Joseph,
there's no volume from our side, Billy, so you can talk during it. So you're, because if you want to share volume,
so if you guys go to Lemonade ECO right here, you guys can pull this up. You'll be able to see this video with music. I don't know why it's not playing with music, but I'm just going to play it for real quick. And Brian, I sent it to you right here. You guys can't hear the music? So I touch the clouds. Wake me now. The head of legal right there, Daniel Penny. Hey, you might want to start right there. There's what's there. The hotel that you say that one hotel, this is Carson Canyon Go House. Right. That's right. You see the little platform. Stephen Miller, this is my doing the video. These are the stakes from Bro, Blackgate, they actually find them out. So no, not many people have rhythm in our company. Right, okay. All right. So there we go. So guys, it was quite an experience. I've been on a lot of retreats before. But what we're building here, you guys have got to hear me speak. You guys have got to see Brian. You've got to see some videos. But every quarter now, we're going to start doing some contests for those that really want to dive in and really get immersed in what we're doing and get up to Utah and see corporate. But you're going to have to work for it, just like anything else. So they're going to, starting this week, we're going to have a contest. I don't have all the details written out. I know we've kind of charted them out. Me and a couple other guys, we actually have to send a lot of this to voting because we are a decentralized platform. So we send everything that we come up with to votes, and us as community leaders vote on that. But there's a lot to unpackage here over the next couple months. But I will tell you some of the really cool updates. We brought in a really cool CEO, Jim, who was, I think, the CEO of Overstock.com, many other companies. I think he's ran about 5 different billion-dollar brands. He's built a network of over 1 million people in 9 months by gamifying his companies. And so what's about to start happening in the back of Connect, I know there's a lot of people get lost when they get in there. Hey, I'm in here. Now what do I do? Do I do this? I know that they created a one sheet somewhere back there, but we've been working on this now for several months. Our developers, we're going to gamify just like Candy Crush. Nobody has to tell you how to play Candy Crush. You just go on there and you kind of figure it out and you just kind of start playing the game. And they use this example all week up there. We're going to gamify the back office of what you have to do in your back office. As far as if you're a builder and you want to build, imagine if you could log into your back office and something would pop up and say, hey, Brian's only two cells away from hitting a certain rank. Boom. And now you don't have to go down and look for it, try to figure it out, try to figure out who's what or do this. They're going to gamify this in such a way that your whole team, every day when you wake up, when you log in, it's going to tell you exactly who needs your help. If they're a builder, what they're lacking, and you can go help them. Boom, boom. And so there's some really, really cool stuff. And I don't want to get into too much of that part of it because I don't, there's so many moving parts to it, but that's a really, really cool thing. I don't know. We don't know exactly when it's going to be done because they didn't tell us when it was going to be done. They just said it's coming. And I know that they've been working on this for several months, but we are hoping in the next 60 days, that will be done. And you'll start seeing some little variations that start happening. You know, like Brian said, I traveled all night on a red eye. I did not know that I booked a red eye. I never booked red eyes. So I was very lost on when I got to the airport. I was like, well, this doesn't make sense. This has me landing at noon today in Vegas. So I'm here. I don't have very much sleep, so bear with me if I'm a little bit delirious today. Some of the key takeaways, we got to meet Royal Farms, which is Grove's partner. They did a big big barbecue for us, which is really cool. We got to eat the meat that comes from Royal Farms. We got to meet and with Galvin. We've got a new partner coming on. Imagine if somebody could take a picture of you, two pictures, one standing just like this and one from the side, and it will tell you everything about you, tell you what your motivations are, what your personality's like, so on and so forth. It is insane. This is one of the biggest AI technology companies in the world. They've been studying AI for over 20 years. They have now done an exclusive partnership with us for Galvin. They took pictures of each one of us, two pictures. We didn't say a single word. We didn't tell them our birth date. We didn't tell them anything. And this thing took, I wish I would have snapshot the data. I didn't, unfortunately, but it told me you're an ambitious person. You're this. And it was so scary, all the information they captured just by taking a picture. It's going to be able to this data they're going to be able to do, and it's going to be able to, what's it called? They're going to be able to, it's like a mini you. I forget. Oh, it's called your twin, and it's going to tell you if you're in a certain region or certain area. And as it goes, it's going to learn all about you. And you go to a certain region, it'll say, Billy, this morning is going to be to maximize your day. Get up at such and such time. Here's what you can eat food-wise to give you the most energy. If you're on a diet, this is the best foods in this region. It's insane what these AI technology companies are getting ready to do. But we've now officially did our partnership with this company. So that was probably the biggest, coolest thing that I saw was them doing some of these pictures of everyone there. They were like, this is insane to be able to just take one picture or two pictures and it'll tell you your mindset, your motivation, if you're a business person, or if you maybe you're just laid back and a person that just enjoys buying some nodes without doing anything. I don't know. There's so many different variations. Everybody had a different variation of what was happening. So it's really, really cool on that. You guys are going to be learning a lot more about that very soon. BlockBot is coming very soon to the back office as well, which will tell you exactly what to do when you log into your back office. We've been working on BlockBot for years. So that's why your ranks are called BlockBot, because we have a personal BlockBot AI that is coming to life very, very soon in your back office as well, which is super cool. Let me think here. What else was really cool? We got to, obviously, our day started like at 6 o'clock. I'll just run you through a day. We started, they're all about mind, body, and soul. For those that wanted to join us at 6 o'clock in the morning, we got there at 6 o'clock and we did some breathing, exercise, yoga. I'm not a big yoga person. I only did it once. I opted to sleep in just a little bit longer and get there at 7:30. To get the day started, we stayed at a hotel called One Hotel. If you guys have been to Hawaii or know anything about Hawaii, it's the nicest hotel on the island. We stayed there, and then our fierce leader who's put over $1 billion of his own money into these platforms, free and clear. He bought a ranch out there, and he's got a couple other homes. So we went out to his ranch, which is about 200 or 300 acres. There's a waterfall out there. We got to go hiking out there, horseback riding out there. They gave us free massages while we were out there. So a lot of really, really cool stuff. But I didn't go out there for the hiking. I didn't go out there for the massages, even though that was nice. I went out there to really kind of find out what's really going on with some of these newer brands like Rally and Rev. The CEOs were out there. They got to get up and talk to everybody. Things are going to be really, really exciting with that. Something that you guys probably don't know or maybe not even understand is when we launch a blockchain, there has to be a certain amount of sales. Otherwise, if you just launch it into the marketplace, there aren't any sales. It'll just flop back over. It's really not good. So we have to build a brand just like we did with Gala, and the sales have to be simultaneously going up when it goes into the marketplace. And we have numbers off that, which comes out to be about $20 million a day in sales. So we're short of that right now. We're about I want to say a couple $1 million a day right now. So as we continue to do sales, and we brought in a lot of major leaders were there, major leaders were there, and they're bringing on some big players. So as our sales continue going on and we start hitting the marketplace, that's what really makes the company kind of explode, especially when you're talking about going into this bull market. So we kind of strategize how we can get that done sooner, faster, how we could reward you guys out in the field. We're going to be coming up with another rank, which is going to be the highest rank up there. Actually, not the highest. The highest is Pioneer, which I've already hit, but it'll be less than that. And I think what we've discussed so far is you've got to have at least 5 completely different legs, if you will. So as long as you've personally sponsored 5 people, you're going to need at least a BlockBot node in each one of those legs to hit the top rank. But I can tell you some of the stuff, the incentives that they're putting together for those that run out and get this stuff done. And I think that's going to start this week. We're going to start doing regional events. We're going to start teaching you guys how to do some local events in your market. We're building that out right now. There'll be a website in your back office that you guys can start hosting your own little meetings in your own cities. And we're going to roll those into our regional events, and we're going to roll those into our national event. And then I think the next big event that we're going to do is going to be in July. It's going to be either in Bali, the 3 places, Bali, Turkey, or Dubai will be the 3. I think one of those 3 places will have our global event at, which will be our first one ever, which is really exciting. So we kind of, it's a lot of information to sit there and kind of go through it and try to figure out. And you've got these top leaders around the world that flew in. They're like, well, if we have it here, these people aren't going to be able to make it. So we had to kind of sit there and work through all those type of issues. So there's a lot of really cool things that they're working on there. What else can I tell you? Switch, Element, Galvin, Grow, and Win, all 5 of those, as we all know, which we've talked about, are coming very soon. We got to get the sales up a little bit more before we can launch these into the marketplace, but we're getting extremely close. I know this week alone, I'm putting in almost $3.5 million of sales myself. Not the team or anything else. I've got some bigger players coming in with 100K, 500K, one for several $1 million that are all coming on board to buy these nodes. So when we all kind of get together and we all kind of push this together like this, that's when those sales are really going to take off. And we gotta maintain 20 million a day for 20 days before the market makers come in and do what they do on the backside and really kind of get us launched out there. And the same thing we did with the last project that we did with Gala. So that was really exciting. Let me think, what else can I share with you guys? Really, the really cool stuff. I mean, there's so many really cool things, but being able to teach you guys the way that we're going to build this internally, we're going to gamify everything. But being able to teach you guys exactly how to host these meetings. You don't have to host them if you don't want to, absolutely not. But if you're really going to build this thing, we're trying to build momentum into our regional. I know I should find out tomorrow about an event here in Vegas I will be hosting. If any of you guys know anybody in Netherlands, in Amsterdam, any of you guys know any builders in Amsterdam? I'll be flying there in a couple weeks. We're going to be launching Amsterdam, so I'll be flying up there. So if you guys know anybody, get with Brian or get with me. I do everything on Instagram, as you guys probably know. So just go to Billy WO on Instagram. If you know somebody there, and connect them to us. If you've got prospects in Amsterdam, let us know so we can get them to that event. And I'll get that to Brian too, so he can post it to you guys. We want to try to get anybody in that region over to us. We're going to Dubai, group of our leaders that are just going. We're all over the place. So we're going to be taking off a lot of different places. So if you guys got international teams and international people, we don't have the schedule yet. We'll have that over the next week. And then we're really going to take off with this thing. So we've got the right team. You guys have been kicking ass. I'm just going to tell you, Brian, obviously we all know Brian's success, but Brian's success couldn't come from himself. Brian has a wonderful team, which is each one of you guys. So I want you guys to pat yourself on the back and say, you know, you guys are kicking butt. You seriously are. So nobody can do this on their own. I haven't hit the levels. I'm not about me. This is all about us. The more people that we educate, the more people that we get these nodes in the hands of, the more decentralized our whole platform is, and the bigger and faster we grow. And so one of the other really cool things that we're going to be doing very soon in Switch is you'll have your own, if you don't have a switchrewardcard.com account, go set that up, get your KYC done, which is know your customer, get set up there. We're going to be having our own wire instructions. You know, if you have a Coinbase account or you have a Binance account, if you set those up, you are not your own bank over there. All you can do is move your money straight from your Coinbase into your bank account. With ours, with Switch, you're going to have your own ACH wiring information in and out, which means you can move that money straight when you start making this money, or the money you're making with your crypto. You can move that not only to your bank, but wire it to anybody else out there. You're really becoming a sovereign banking institution of your own. You're able to do everything on your own, which is super exciting. And that's what the whole point of decentralization is. No one's in control other than we, the people, right? That's really what we try to push out there, is we all want to be our own person, but we don't want everybody else stepping in the way, telling us, you know, in China, we've talked about this over the week. China, they already have a merit system set up. If you don't pay your bill on time, you get points deducted. If you're not at work on a certain time, you get points deducted. And at certain points, they can tell you, they can go in and deduct money from your accounts. I mean, it's kind of crazy the way a lot of the world is shaping up. And what we're building here is a way that you guys can have your own sovereignty. You guys can dictate what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, and give yourself that freedom. And I think that's super, super important. If you really look at everything that's going on in the world. So let me try to think here. I really didn't have, and the notes I did have, I left them on the plane because I was sketching them out and I was delirious. So I did that and I left them right there in my seat, I believe. So I'm trying to wing this the best I can for you guys. Brian, can you think of any questions, or they have any questions maybe I can answer?
No, I think you did a great job explaining everything that went on. That video was great. Just seeing that how real it is and where this is going in the future is something that a lot of people have kind of wanted to hear. You know, maybe diving into maybe a little bit more on like your story when you first got started, when you got your 11 nodes, talking about that, maybe talking more about the business side as well on here. Not necessarily like how the compensation plan works, but you know, how to get started. Which ones would you recommend people to get started with? Let's say if they had between 5 and 10,000 to get started with, what's the best way for them to get started? And
Yeah, good question. So I would tell everyone, like right
So
now.
Billy,
Yep.
can I say something, Billy?
Yep.
Before you go on, I'm a realtor in Tampa. We talked this weekend with CC.
Okay.
There's a lot of new people on here that don't even know what NOD means. What is a node?
All right. I don't want to get too far into that because Brian can send you, if you go right here in your back office, share, what is a node? Right here it is. It can kind of go through that for the sake of time. But
Right.
a node, here, I'll kind of give you the gist of it though. Right here, this machine right here, when we were creating Bitcoin, if you know what Bitcoin is, you know, there's something called blockchain. Blockchain is a block of transactions. So we would buy these machines just like this right here, and each machine would verify transactions on the blockchain. And whoever's machine would verify those transactions the fastest, they would get rewarded in Bitcoin. That's how the whole system of Bitcoin works. On our platform, we have something more of a shared distribution. What that means is instead of having physical machines like this, we have software. So that software has a responsibility every single day. And it verifies transactions. It does numerous other things. And when it does its job, as long as that node is online, we all get shared distribution of that particular brand's token. So that is what a node does. It has a responsibility to do, and it does it every day in the cloud, and we get those digital rewards as a reward. Does that make sense?
That's good explanation.
Yes.
So what I would do, for some of you guys just getting started, if you just want to put your toe in the water, which is totally fine. Let me see here real quick. Let's see if this is. Oh, right here. Woo, Pioneer. Right there, guys. 253 out of 250. And I crushed that. So about 1,300 nodes in the last 60 days. Added about 4,148 people in the last 60 days. So you guys are cranking. I've got obviously some other teams as well that are cranking. But this is a really cool thing right here. But here's where I want you guys to focus on right here is we've got two new brands, which is Rally and Rev. Rev is our Uber. Is it vice versa? Let me see here.
No, you're right.
Okay. So Rev is our Uber, if you will, that is going to be able to imagine. I'm not sure if Brian's went over that kind of stuff with you, but these are our two brand new blockchains. Rev is going to be like it's not like it is an Uber. It's similar to Uber, except for Uber only pays out their drivers like 40%. And then they keep 60%, and they're just a technology company. Imagine if we paid out 70% and kept 30%, somewhere around those numbers. But imagine every time you referred somebody to a ride share and they decided to ride, you got compensated every single time they drove. That's what we're creating here. We want to share distribution out there. We want as many drivers on our platform, and we're going to reward you. You're going to have your own QR code where you can actually give this out to people that are already driving. Say, hey, wouldn't it be nice if you got double the pay? Well, on this platform over here, you might want to check them out. They pay a lot more than what the Uber or the Lyfts do. And on top of that, you're going to get a digital reward every time somebody gives you a 5-star review, every time you show up on time, every time there's proof of action in everything that they do, and we're going to reward those drivers. And you, the participant, imagine if you bought a node right here for 2,500, it created you about 3,000 rewards per day at the current time. Matter of fact, the distribution on both of these start May the 1st, and these prices will jump exponentially May the 1st. So if you're going to get one of them, get one very, very soon, because the distribution and the price of both of these go up exponentially. So Rev, I could probably next week get both of these guys. I have to check their schedule on, and at least one of them on, and do a quick Zoom with us on that. So Paul, the CEO of this one, we had a great time, Paul and I, over the last week. And of course, I've known the CEO of Rally, now Darren Kidd, for about a few months when he first came over to us and stuff. So these are great guys. The really cool thing I think about Rally is Rally. Which one's Rally? Wait, let me see here. Rally, the power of the world's first video conferencing. So I think they're changing the name of Rally. This one, they're changing the name of this one. So you're going to see the name change on this one. We kind of went through that this weekend. But imagine doing this Zoom right here. Every one of you guys that are on this Zoom, you now got a digital reward for, and if you're hosting this Zoom, you got more digital rewards for that. Now, what's really cool about this one, me personally, this is not financial advice. or anything else. This is just me. I think this one's going to take off and get on exchanges fairly quickly. The reason for that is because they've already built this out. This doesn't need to be built out. This company doesn't need to be built out. So one of the things that they're going to be doing is with everybody that signs up, I think there's close to 800 million people that are on Zoom. Imagine none of them get compensated for doing a Zoom. None of them get compensated for being on a Zoom or anything else. And what they're paying is ridiculous. Imagine having something that's cheaper and you get digital rewards every time you're on there. People, I think, are going to flock to this, and it's basically the same service. But what they're going to do with every time someone signs up for this new service, instead of using that to build out the company because it's already built out, they're going to take that money and they're going to create liquidity pools, which is a fancy name for basically saying they're going to help it get on exchanges a lot quicker and faster. There's no dates that's promised or anything else, but that's a big thing right there. So I think, I bought, quite a few of these as well. You guys know I got to go heavy on my nodes. I think I started with 25 plus of these, and then I'll probably get another 50. But this has huge potential. So does this one. This is the Uber one, and this is that one. So to answer your question, Brian, when somebody comes in and they don't have a lot of money, first thing I would do is have them get a couple of their Win nodes, because they can't go out and sell without owning any Win. And then right now I'd have them focus on one or two of these or a couple of these each, because this price will go up very quickly. So these are the two I would have you guys focusing on right now.
Hey, Billy, can you show people that are new too by clicking the plus sign next to Win what it does in the cart?
Yep. So right here, you click there and you'll see it. If I click two, they automatically do this for you now. See, they've already applied it for you.
$1,500.
Now, yep. So right here, boom. So for two, and the first 5 that you buy right here, 3, 4, 5, you're getting $1,500 off on all 5 of those. So you're getting those for $2,500. So they're usually 1 for 2,000. You're getting your first 5 for 2,500. And the Win blockchain is going to be epic. Very soon in the near future. You're going to be able to use those rewards that you're getting from the Win blockchain. And obviously you can already do it right here. If I go here and click, boom, I can use my Win rewards to buy any of my nodes also. But they've got some really other cool stuff that's coming out in the pipeline that you're going to be able to use these Win rewards for. And if you go out and build a business, your distribution goes up quite a bit when you have your Win. So if you're out there building, let me show you. Brian, what's your distribution on Win? It's got to be getting up there now.
Yeah, it's like right at 10,000 now. Started a month ago at 2,700, and now it's over 10,000. And Dr. Wilmia, you can check in that share tab and watch the videos over the switch node too.
So I'm getting about 26,000 a day Win distribution, 28,000, 26, 28 Sunday. So, when you get this distribution, it goes right here at your like 14 million. I can use those right this second now to go in and buy other nodes. So it's basically your monopoly money, if you will, that you can reuse this. And I think right now it's at 4 cents or whatever it's at. But each exchange is going to show you a different price. That's just the way it is. You got to just find one that has liquidity. So what else? What other questions, Brian?
Are the Win are they going to be listed? I was told it was on Pancake Swap. It's going to go on multiple different exchanges in the future.
What's your question?
Is Win going to be listed on multiple different exchanges in different
That's
ways?
the plan. Absolutely.
I think
That's always the end goal for any of these projects, to be listed on exchanges. Absolutely.
Right.
The sales have to be up on all 5. That's what I was referring to in the beginning. We have to get the sales up, and then the market makers get them out there, and that way it creates that perfect storm.
And would you lose a rank if someone did not purchase the Win nodes next year?
If you're qualified and you only had just enough, and that person did not requalify, or that person did not win their Win nodes, you would drop below there until you requalified. Correct.
All right.
The key is, if you're really building, you go wide, you get as many people as you possibly can. I probably got 400 that's got at least 20 of these wins. So I would never fall out of that.
And just to specify, because I get asked this question a lot too, the switch card, is this the United States or is it offshore? How is it working?
Oh, now that you said that, hold on real quick. Let me grab some. That's a great. Let's see here.
And there is a referral link from your sponsor for Switch, but it is up at the top right there. You can see as well, guys, but there is some perks to sharing it with the people in your downline, like your direct person, to get a link to go to Switch. Cause I think you'll make different percentages on when people fund in their money to the account. There'll be perks to that. And ask some
So
more.
question, so when we fund the money in to the account, say somebody, makes 6 months, they want to pull out 20,000 out of 100 grand. And how does
I cut out.
I was going to show you guys. Oh, here, is this it? Here it is. All right.
That's
This
not
is really exciting. If you guys can see this, let me put this up. Let's see here. So right here is one of the first 15 Switch debit cards. They came in, they gave them to us in Hawaii. I thought it was top 50, but there was only 15 to 20 of these things. Basically part of the beta testing now. So this card will be active tonight. I can now take this card because it's linked to my account. Anything I make over here in my wallet, whether it's, I can move any of my tokens over here or Tether or whatever, I can move it straight over to Switch, put it on my debit card and use this at gas station, buy food, whatever I want, or anything else. So super cool. We're in beta testing for that. Excuse me, I got to sneeze. Excuse me. We're in beta testing for that. And then what else?
what's the max on that? What's the max on the card? Can I buy a car with that card?
Another the company's just now launching. So with anything brand new, they have to go through stages. They'll start you off. I think the max you can pull out per day is like 2,500 per day at the moment. And as time goes and we continue to build on this, that amount will increase. Was there a question a while ago?
Maybe when will the rest of the
Right.
community have the chance to get the Switch cards?
Beta is usually about 90 days. Closed beta. I think it was the last bank that we had before they went into foreclosure, which had nothing to do with us. We did beta for 60 to 90 days, and then we opened it up to the market. And then that company went into foreclosure, which kind of sucked. But we can't control regular banks. We're not a bank. So that is their off-ramp. Now we've got, instead of just having one to rely on, now we have 4 or 5 banks that we have been now approved for. So now we're lining up a lot of different banks so that we don't have any issues like that.
So what's the protection of the money if, just in case what bank?
There's no FDIC on crypto at this point.
Okay.
So, but what really is cool, this is a onboarding offboard card, which means I can go into my app, I can move $5,000 onto it, I go use it, but if I lose it, if I forget it right there at the restaurant, I can go right into my app, move that crypto right back off the ramp, and nobody can use it.
Like it.
That makes sense?
Are they based in the United States?
Switch is based in the United States, absolutely. Okay. The bank is a worldwide bank, I understand. They've got several of them. They've got banks around the world now that they're partnered up with.
And another thing too, Billy, I get the most questions about when. Why is the price difference from the Ethereum network to BSC network? Why should I buy 5 of them instead of 1? Can you kind of explain a little bit for the friendship points and maybe the blockchain, because it is very beneficial to have 5 win nodes.
So with any of our blockchains, you have to be a visionary. You have to kind of under utilities not all there at this moment. But getting on the corporate calls and listening to some of the stuff that's coming through the pipeline, understanding why we're building out what we're doing. And there's just the whole point of building out a good block. We're utility driven. So you want to accumulate as many of those as you can before all that stuff is announced. I mean, if you look at my Switch accounts or some of my other accounts, I've got a lot of Switch. I've got a lot of Element. I've got a lot of that stuff. Can you use it right now? You can't use the real people when it does hit, everybody calls you lucky. Why was I lucky? I wasn't lucky. I had faith in what these guys were telling me. I had faith in when we launched Gala. Everybody thought it was a stupid, silly ideal, and I made over 10 million bucks. And then all of a sudden I was lucky because I was one of the first people to jump in there and kind of do this. But I can tell you, utility is the main focus on all of our brands, all of our core team. That's all we focus on. So when we'll have a lot of different utility in the next 3 to 6 months. And why is it priced differently? It's priced differently on every exchange with any token. Any token has variations, but there's not enough liquidity out there right now to give it a stable price. So that's what's happening right now. Once we get out into the marketplace in the next 3 months or so, 90 days or so, you're going to see quite a bit of liquidity, and you're going to see that price level out.
Love it. Thank you. And owning 5 win
Yep.
nodes is very important for the friendship points and for the blockchain, because the faster you get in and you have your 5 win nodes on the blockchain, anybody that comes in after you, you're going to earn different rewards from that aspect too.
So when you go here for that question, Brian, just have them go here, click on win. Scroll down to right here, boom, and it will show them why the win. This is all the win blockchain right here. For the sake of time, so they can go in and read them, because we're coming up on the hour right now. So pretty soon. What other questions?
I don't see any questions down here, but I mean, honestly, I think you covered everything pretty well. I'm not getting any other questions that are too hard to answer. I see Rob has a question. And it is, do you know what the cost of win nodes would be on renewal time?
They're gonna be roughly the same price, probably 2,000.
Right, and then we
I
need,
can't speak to the future of that. I mean, the win nodes aren't set to go up and up in price like all the other nodes.
right. When will the next Zoom be? 8 minutes.
Yes, John will probably be on there giving updates on everything from his aspect. John and I were on the plane last night together. We flew back together, so he'll probably be giving updates on his takeaways and everything else like that. But yeah, jump on that. I'm not sure what he's got planned. We didn't talk about it last night. I left all my notes, unfortunately, on the plane, so it was a little disorganized this evening.
What's the maximum?
Billy, it's David here. How are you?
I know your voice. Yes, sir.
Hey, so just quick question. The maximum price of nodes will reach
25,000.
25,000. Okay, that's what I thought. All right. Good to see you.
You too, buddy. Any other questions before we close out? I want to close out now. That way we can jump on and listen to John if you guys want to. And I've told Brian this. If you guys treat this like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. If you treat it like a multi-million-dollar company and business, it will pay you multi-million dollars. I think. I mean, this, you guys should know me by this point. If when I try to kind of push some stuff out there so you guys understand, you guys see my numbers. I'm averaging about 70 to 80,000 a month right now. But this month, as I told Brian, I've got a lot of bigger players coming in, putting a lot of money. It'll pay me close to 400 grand this month just on sales. Has nothing to do with my nodes or anything else. So, you know, if you get out there and you really just help educate, and get them on these Zooms, get them on the corporate Zooms, and let people understand there is a real blockchain company, and we've been here for a long time, and we really brought up some really cool and awesome people that have ran major corporations like Overstock and Discover and so on and so forth. But we're changing the world, believe it or not, whether you see it yet or not. But when these blockchains kind of really take off, you're going to see a lot of stuff shift, and you're like, man, I wish I would have took this a little bit more serious. I took my foot off the gas pedal when we launched Gal. My nodes are still my nodes. They made, you know, the money they made for me. But other guys didn't. They kept their foot on the gas pedal and stayed focused, and they made literally 10x what I made, and I made $10 million. So this time around, I have not let my foot off the gas pedal in years. I've been focused on this, is sharing the word. And we're out here to solve the biggest problems in the world. The people, and I don't remember what celebrity has said this in the past, but the people that make the most money in life are the people out there that are impacting the most lives. And that's what we're out here doing, is we're out here impacting and making a difference in other people's lives. Imagine being in Africa, you have no money, no anything, but you have a cell phone, and you're able to eventually run a node on a cell phone. Eventually we'll have something like that for people around the world, and then they can go over to our banking solution and have their own banking system right there, where they don't need to open up a regular bank account in their region or country or anything else. So there's a lot of stuff that we're building out, and you guys are really pioneers. Believe it or not, you are the pioneers out here. What you do with that is up to you. You can cruise through it. You can tippy toe through it till you feel more comfortable, till you see things. That's perfectly fine. A lot of people do that. But if you catch the vision, if you go and see these videos where we had 100 plus people there this weekend, all week, just to kind of mastermind and bring bigger and better promos to you guys, to incentivize you guys, and bigger and really kind of add more utility to a lot of these other blockchains. And they were all up for discussion. We did roundtables. It was really something special. So we're hoping that on these next couple, that you guys can get to one of the regional events and meet some of these CEOs, meet some of these other leaders, get to corporate. They're going to be doing what's it called? Different promos to or contests to, if you hit those, you'll get to go to corporate. But I think there on some of those are you pay for a ticket. I don't know which ones are which. They haven't kind of deciphered that at this point. But
Sir Billy,
right,
may I ask
guys,
one question, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. My name is Parker. I'm on Brian's team, of course. So just really quick, 7.5 years ago, I knew the crypto market was going to $100 trillion, and it's going to happen. So the next 9.5 years, you think I have an opportunity, if I'm a top leader, to make well over 100 million? 100 million is great, but I would like, much more of the 97.5 trillion dollar growth the next 9.5 years, if you will. Do you think I have this opportunity?
I can't predict the future. I can't tell you what you will or will not make. Obviously, that's against the law for me to say anything like that. So what I can personally tell you is I've made millions and millions of dollars, and if I did it, there's nothing stopping you from doing it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Billy, real quick, what's the best way to get plugged in on all of the resources that you just mentioned, including John's call coming up here in the minute? Is this on the same line? I didn't get an email about tonight's email or tonight's conference call. Thanks for texting me the link. But what can I do to get more plugged in and onboarded?
Chad, I will obviously I work directly with Chad. Chad and I had lunch while I was in Tampa last week. I'm going to send that to you right now. And then John will put that obviously in the group chat for everybody else. Then when you log into Connect, actually right here in Connect, you'll see the community call. This will be a really good one as well. And they don't do them every day by any means, but John does them every Tuesday and Thursday. It was a little difficult when we were in Hawaii because we had no phone service at the ranch. The second we left the hotel, we didn't have service. They had the biggest rainstorm that they've had in, I think they said 7 or 8 years, the week that we're there. So roads were flooded. It was kind of messed up. But so Chad, I'll send this to you right now. And then Brian, you can put that information in the chat for everybody.
Yeah, and Discord is a great place too. If you're a Discord person, I sent that to you, Chad. They do pop in some information. It's the same link, same times, Tuesday and Thursday night. You can just copy it in the chat too.
I just texted it to you. If you guys know anybody in the Netherlands, make sure you don't forget, especially if they're leaders. If you guys want to invite them to that meeting, I will be up there, and so will some of the others. And we all work together, so nobody's going to steal your rep or your people or anything. That's not how we do this. We tell everybody at every event, whoever invited you, get back with that person. But it's a good way to start building internationally. If you know anybody there, just let them know that we're coming in the next 30 days. All right, guys, this call is getting ready to start. So it's 7 o'clock, right? Is that when it starts, Brian?
Yeah, it's starting basically right now.
All right, let's jump off. Thank you, guys. Or I'm jumping off. You guys can stay if you want.
All right. Bye, Billy. Thanks, everybody. I'm hopping on the next call myself. So jump on Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time. That call that's right there in the chat, and then just copy that, paste it in your notes. That's the same thing, Tuesday and Thursdays. They do them in the morning, but I don't really go on the morning ones. They haven't been that consistent, just to be honest. But at the night times, they've showed up every single time. So click that and jump on right now. See ya.